How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back with yet another review. Not just another review, another mystery beer review. Yeah. I don't know what's in there. We're going to find out, though. So, yeah. There you go. Look at that. White paper in a bottle. I'm going to drink it. Mystery beers. I don't have my bottle opener. I have to go to my old trusty Swiss Army knife here. How about that? Yeah, your mystery beers. People send me beers, give me beers, whatever you want to call it, and I crack them open and I drink them. I have no idea what's in them until I pour them, and then I guess, and either I guess right or I guess wrong, and then you guys have at it. It's pretty cool. No idea what's in here. Like, it's not something that was in my fridge previously. So, 2 fingers, you know, khaki colored. Creaminess kind of in the core, then it spreads to a rockiness and edges, kind of dissipating pretty quickly. Sporadic bubbles, centrally uniform though, and a soft kind of almost like apple juicy kind of vibe color wise. Soft, tight particulate floating around in there, so could be something Belgian, could be something kind of higher ABV. But yeah, the mystery beers, that's my favorite thing to do. I'm super stoked that people kind of give these to me and let me do them. And this one comes courtesy of Chris. He sent me out the last like 30 mystery beers that I've had, and he's been killing it. So thank you very much, brother. Let's get a nose on her. Belgian? Maybe? Soft pale? Old school pale. Belgian could be a saison. I'm not getting much hops. I'm not getting much malt sweetness, but I'm getting a little bit of yeast character in there. Yeah, not much in the nose, to be perfectly honest with you. It smells nice, but it smells chunkable, but there's really not much going on there. That little particulate in there like, makes me think it's, you know, a bottle conditioned beer. But other than that, I really don't know based off the nose. Yeah, maybe softly hopped. A bit of fruitiness. I'm going to dive in. See what she's got. Cheers. Neutral, man. Very neutral. I'm going to say this, though. I did do 2 beer reviews before this. They weren't gigantic beers. But the last, like, 3 or 4 mystery beers, and this is kind of where the mystery beers suck. I usually try to do them first, so my palate's like fresh and I can detect shit. But the last like 4 I did, and usually if I'm gonna do reviews, I'll do like 3 at a time or 4 at a time. The last like 3 mystery beers were like 15% Dogfish Head beers or plus. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna need to move these towards the end of the queue, and then when I do that, I get something soft and delicate like this. You got me. I have no idea what this is. I'm assuming it's a softly hopped beer because I'm getting a soft kind of citrus hop from it. The 2 beers I did previous were hoppy, so I think my palate is kind of a little bit skewed to that end. That's why it's coming a bit neutral to me. There's a nice sweetness to it. It almost tastes like a Pilsner with an extra hop to it. And there's a bunch of microscopic particulate floating around in there. Makes me lean. This is me deducting and kind of playing the game. Makes me think it's something that's bottle conditioned, maybe a little bit Belgian, but I'm not really getting a ton of like overt kind of yeasty esters off it. Okay, let's just dial it back. I'm gonna get to the point. I'm going to guess. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Who cares? I'm going to say this is a Belgian Pale Ale with a little bit of time on it. And that's it. It could be, it's not like Orval or anything with a live yeast going on. It's more kind of like just a base kind of Belgian Pale, or it could be like a New England style born kind of Belgian Pale. I'm going Belgian Pale because of the way the yeast and the way the sediment's coming off to me. But I'm going pale because there's a hop presence in there, but it's not too big. I'm trying to think of a beer I just would be like, okay, this is this beer, and I can't, it's not coming to mind. It could be an American-born version of that, something soft, kind of Allagash style. Obviously, it's not an Allagash beer because of the bottle shape. But yeah, that's what I'm going for. So let's see how wrong I am. It's probably going to be, you know, somebody's crazy IPA, but it's got to be traditional. It could be a Trogs beer. It kind of has Trogs vibes on it. My guess is it's something that's not from our area, but I could be totally wrong. And the winner is, or the loser is me. Do I know yet? Do I know yet? Do I know yet? Ah, Zombie Dust. How about that? I haven't had Zombie Dust in a billion years. Okay, so yeah, it's a pale ale, you know, so I got that part right. You know, it just, I think that those beers I did before this kind of just ruined this for me. Intensely hopped and gushing undead pale ale. It was bottled on, okay, it says it was bottled 2 months ago. So it's not super old. Yeah, I have not had Zombie Dust in a billion years. And I didn't talk about this, so take it for what it is. But it's really all made. I mean, I'm not saying that now because it's revealed and I want to talk good about the beer. But there was no negative to it. There was no off flavor. There was none of that. I just got tied up in trying to figure out what the beer was. Again, like I said, I went with a Belgian kind of vibe, even though I wasn't getting that kind of Belgian esteriness off it. I kind of was like, there's no way an American brewery kind of makes a small little pale ale like this. But yeah, I totally forget about beers like this existing, and it's tasty. It's well done, super crushable, super drinkable. Yeah, I think if I set this first, I would have done a little bit better, and that's kind of, you know, the caveat of doing these mystery beers and kind of putting them where I should. When I find the time to do beer reviews, I do 3 or 4 when I do them, because if I don't, then the beer just goes to waste. It just sits there and I never review it. Not that I have to do anything, but yeah, it's kind of one of those things where I had it was like Dogfish Head, 3 Danger Cap Dogfish Heads in a row, and I was like, I can't be doing these first, because then I'm like, okay, I can't review anything now. I'm like, my palate is blown out of the water. And it kind of went opposite with that. So it's kind of the fun thing about mystery beers. It just, he's so good, Chris, who gave me these, so good at keeping me on my toes, that, yeah, I dig it. I kind of like that this was that way. So I still have no idea what's going to come down the chute. So thank you very much, brother. So anyway, let's talk about it. It's one of the better pales I've had as late. I've always liked Zombie Dust, but it's never blown me away, as most people, you know, especially back in the day, like 5 years ago. I liked it. I've always liked it. It's super chuggable. It's what I want as my fridge beer, you know, as kind of my kegerator beer, or the beer that you have all the time. But it's not something that really kind of go gaga for. So they talk about it being intensely hopped, and I never thought it was like that. Even when it was fresh, I had it a day old. So anyway, it's very tasty. I enjoy it. It's delicious. Let's just leave it at that. Value and availability in Zombie Dust is actually not that expensive. You can pick it up pretty much out of a bodega in Chicago at this point. So it's pretty relatively well priced. I think 12, 13 bucks or something like that, and leave you with, if you like, for $6er. And if you like chuggable beers, drinkable beers, it's a very kind of bridge gappy kind of beer for me. It's almost like the new school kind of wheat beer when it comes to bridging gaps, as far as like the old school macro drinker. This is one of those. So if you like those kind of beers and you're trying to get in a good beer, or if you just want a super chuggable, delicious barbecue beer, this will definitely do you proper all day long. So there you go. Another review in the books down there if you want to talk about it. You know, type Massive Beers into Google. Find me doing a social media thing. Type Beer Massive into Google or your favorite podcasting app to find me doing podcast interviews and all that fun stuff. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a Zombie Dust right now, and hope to see you next time. Cheers.